During a two-day period early this week, the United States reported that coalition aircraft had conducted 23 strikes in Syria, destroying about 36 Islamic State vehicles, buildings and tactical units. During the same 2 days, Russia said its aircraft had hit 472 terrorist objectives in Syria, including an Islamic State oil depot, an oil production plant and 80 tanker trucks. The numbers were fairly typical of descriptions separately released nearly every day by the U.S.-led coalition and the Russian Defense Ministry. In the 8 weeks since Russia began air operations in Syria, its military claims to have flown many more missions than the United States, and destroyed thousands of targets. Russia's efforts, Syrian Foreign Minister Walid al-Muallem said in Moscow Wednesday, have been 100 times greater than what is being done by the United States of America and their allies against terrorism. Beneath public presidential statements and diplomatic exchanges, the U.S. and Russian militaries have logged a steady stream of verbal brickbats at each other since Russian operations in Syria began on September 30. They have repeatedly criticized each other's tactics, munitions and goals. More important, charges of outright lying about what each side is doing illustrate the difficulties of Russia and the United States ever cooperating in operations against the Islamic State. That objective seems even further away this week after the shoot-down of a Russian aircraft by coalition member Turkey. The U.S. military says that Russia has consistently exaggerated both its activities and successes in Syria, and that the vast majority of its attacks have not even been aimed at the Islamic State but have targeted coalition-backed opponents of its ally, Syrian President Bashar al-Assad. In response, Russia has charged the United States with sour grapes, and said the Americans are lying about what Russian planes are hitting. These statements are made without presenting any proofs, with no specific facts, and citing unspecified sources, the Defense Ministry said this week, and Russia can back up all its reported operations.